We're back.
And we're back. Thanks to our sponsor. Oh, we had some interference there. The evening of the 21st, you guys arrive
Evening.
that mile away, getting close to like where the bridge is, that mile away from Dara. What was it?
Derrelium.
Bridge? Derrelium. I guess the Derrelium. Yeah, you guys went past Citrov. Yeah, you're a couple miles. Yeah. You're close enough to Derrelium.
Do we want to go just follow the road? Oh no, we're
We're on the water.
right.
And with several days worth of charge in your battery, I think you guys hit the water on the 14th, was it?
Do we want to fly over Derrelium and set down near Chateau Hellstrom, or?
I mean, you know the city best. If we fly over, are we gonna get shot down?
Well, they don't really have any siege weapons per se.
But your home is on the outskirts.
Yeah,
We can
just on
skirt
the
around.
northern side of the city.
Yeah, I think we might as well skirt around.
He's the black dot.
We can take the long way.
Tiny itty bitty little black dot, yeah. Just for frame of reference.
Well, let's go.
Sure. And yeah, I think that was easily 5 to 6 days of charge while sailing.
Yeah, it needs 6 to go from 0 to 20, so it should be full charge.
Right on. You guys are fully charged up. Pop her back into the air. Rip over, around.
Yeah, probably around. Ready to set down a little north of my house.
All right.
Yeah, as long as I'm assuming no one has taken over the land.
How long has it been, mate?
I think it's been a couple of years.
A couple of years, yeah.
Nothing we should worry about running into.
Did you have a lot of friends? Personal question.
I mean, I knew people with outlaying farms and stuff that we'd visit with every once in a while.
So there's a small chance that there's some inquisitory folk that maybe
Yeah.
maybe find a.
I mean, and last time I was there, my wife and daughter were in the house. There's a barn. I mean, we could probably set up camp in there.
Right.
How big is the barn? Could we park the fling in the barn?
No.
No.
Definitely not.
I could make the fling look like a barn.
Yeah, that's absolutely great idea.
The quickest barn raising ever. I mean, yeah, I had a couple of cows. I'm assuming they're probably long gone. And a couple of horses. So there are some stalls in the barn. And then there's a small little, like a root cellar.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small silo. I tried growing grain one season. Didn't really yield that big of a crop.
Should probably try popping corn. Heard it's great.
And then there's a orchard out behind the house. Mostly apples.
Cool. That sounds lovely.
It was nice. It was peaceful.
did Seema leave your wife and daughter in the house, or?
Yeah, last I remember, that's where they were. Yeah, I haven't checked in. I haven't talked to anyone really from around here since I left. So I have no idea even if they're still there.
Walking into a bit of an unknown. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. We'll do our best. What do you think would be the best case scenario for you in this situation? Just so we know how to best support you.
Well, I was kind of hoping that maybe I could check the house out by myself. Have you guys close in case I need
Sure. Yeah.
help.
Do you want my cloak of invisibility?
I don't know if they'd still be able to detect me or not. I mean, whatever my wife became was more, less physical embodiment, like a zombie or a ghoul,
Mm-hmm.
more like a spirit.
So just a ghost.
Yeah,
Was it malevolent?
it was.
Oh, interesting. That could be potentially problematic then if it still is around.
Yeah.
Now, would you say that?
Oh.
Would you say that she is the embodiment of that ghost, or do you think it's something different at this point?
Well, it's hard to say. When I left, I had no real knowledge, and then when I joined the order, we learned about different types of spirits and undead, and
So do you think you might be able to classify then with your study?
yeah. Would
Depending on
I
what you see.
have any idea of what classification she might have been?
Given your study, based on your intent of study, make a history check with advantage.
Well, I fucking brought this shit apart. Why aren't you coming apart? Shit. That was the black one. It's always the black one.
What?
I meant that's how I design it, is the black brick is where they disconnect. Jesus.
Okay, you can edit that out.
You said history,
History with advantage.
so it would be
There's a yellow one over here too that's
17.
connecting. Looks like the two.
Yes, the other one. 17. Based off of your knowledge and the study of your shoulder scars and the immense cold that came along with that, your teachers and elders would probably guess, yes, a ghost, a specter, maybe a revenant of some kind. But you were never really able to pin down exactly, just based off of how harrowing the experience was for you.
Magnus, in your experience, is a ghost considered an undead creature?
It is, yeah.
And I have a safeguard I'd like to put down for us when we arrive. A little safe zone, if you would.
Okay.
Just in case things get a little hairy.
We could also draw the box on the fling,
Mm-hmm.
and then
It's quite a good idea. Yeah.
we can always go back to the fling and
Yep.
if we need to. How big is the property? Like, how much land do you have?
It's a couple of acres.
Okay.
It's good to have land.
So we could land like a little ways off.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I said the north side of the property.
Okay.
I was probably the furthest town farm north of Derrelium. All the other farms are kind of between me and
Derrelium?
Derrelium. I mean, yeah, it's been 2 years. I don't know. I'm assuming people will probably want to stay away.
Yeah, was it like common knowledge what happened to your family, or?
I did tell some people when I got into Derrelium, trying to find help.
Right.
Some of the people kind of questioned my sanity.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess with it being a non-magical country, that makes sense.
Yeah. Undead were not very prevalent.
Yeah.
Or stories, really, than anything. Ghost stories.
Okay.
So where are we looking at? This the barn?
See.
That's the house.
Yes, sir.
And that is
That's
garden.
The garden.
That's a well.
Looks like a Texas ranch.
Everything that you texted me that you wanted on your property, I built.
Yeah. North is that way? This way?
Whichever way you want it to be. This is your property. All we have to do is pivot the map.
Yeah, I'd say
on...
north is probably this way. So if we like touch down over here.
Okay. North is Corey bound.
I like the fireplace.
Thanks. I mean, it's not actually going because otherwise, it would burn down. But
I understand.
now you know what.
House is on fire.
But at least you know what it is.
What time of day is it that we touched down?
Well, you got to outside of Derrelium
You said evening
in
of
the evening,
21st.
so you'd probably get to your property a couple hours after dusk.
I'm
Okay,
thinking
so
maybe we should hang back till the morning.
yeah.
Ghosts and spirits and stuff usually tend to favor the dark, the night.
Okay.
Not saying that she won't be out and about during the day. I don't know. But
Pardon my belly button.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not working.
Oh, it's because I took the bulb out. Fuck me. Okay, never mind. I'll go fuck myself.
Oh yeah. Oh. Donor scoop.
He's mine.
Okay, so
Not stoked about it.
Nope.
arrive dusk.
He's like,
Can you see him, Tate? Little baby boy.
Now you have to fight him.
Dusk on the 27th. Sorry, 21st, not 27th.
I was gonna say, what happened to that week?
Solid
Turns out he's got a jazz band in his garage.
I was about to say, you passed like a weird traveling bard group of like Rasta people.
Shit.
It's just like 14 dudes slapping bass together.
Just sailing on the like shit. They're in the pocket right now.
Yeah.
if we wait,
Just quirky. It's like, oh, sorry, I borrowed your harp shield. Playing Seinfeld music.
if we wait till the morning, and then kind of come in and survey the scene. Oh, my dog's still here.
I saw that, Brett, and I get it. Chips are the worst. I just want to grab 2. Why did you pick up 6? Now I gotta try and
want
dismantle
some?
this mess.
It
What's
freaking
in
ice
there?
knifed
The
all
taco
over
ones.
my laptop.
Taco ones?
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Who was keeping these from me? God is angry.
Do you want me? Okay, so hallucinatory terrain lasts 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I can cast it now before we sleep. If we're landing dusk of the 21st and then we're going in on in the morning. Or I can cast it in the morning if we think we're relatively safe here, but I don't know.
As we're flying in, I'm assuming we'd be flying over like a lot of the other farmsteads.
Yeah, handful. What are they called when they harvest fruit? Were there orchards? Thank you. Yeah, several orchards, a couple of other lower growing crops, sort of individuals. Getting up there as sergeant and not being retired yet, this is sort of a plot of land that you had in your family just because you were making pretty decent money, but you weren't in retirement yet, so you weren't required by law to start developing agriculture. Whatever you grew, you probably grew for your family or for friendly neighbors.
As we're flying over, does it look like there's still people living in them? Or are they still like? I'm assuming that if we came in the evening at night, it would be helping us not being detected.
Give me a perception
Seeing
check.
light.
I'll help.
That's a must for a shirt. Like that has to be the first shirt we make for us.
That's a nat 20 plus a 4 plus perception, you said, plus 6, so 30.
Yeah, you're seeing there are even some like Darren patrols out. Not like huge patrols, like a couple of people maybe surveying the orchards, doing their rounds, work hands, maybe like older retired military, but you see lanterns crisscross applesaucing through the orchards because I couldn't help myself.
We're going
Is this
into
an
like
apple orchard?
Yeah. And
stealth propeller mode.
yeah, I mean, even with a distance, or from a distance with your spyglass, it is still a little overcast. There's a bunch of drizzle going on. Like this is the spring season starts here basically end of December. So the pitter patter of snow. Well, it's a lot more tropical on this side because the updrafts or the northern wind flow comes up across the Solar Mountains. That is also just like a heat source that sort of blankets this whole one bottom third of Derrelium in this sort of tropical clime. And
Like Kelowna.
Arya and Magnus know even further south than that, and I have actually discussed the tropics of this with some East Indian friends that I used to have working at Storage Mart and studying their weather patterns. The Saigar's Tooth that is at the bottom where the Yushun are from is like very swampy, very moist. Like it's rainy season there almost year
All the
round.
time now.
Yeah.
Going past Durina, did it seem as locked down and like fortified like Citrove, or did it?
You could make a perception check kind of retroactively as you've gone past, and Magnus, you are seeing farmsteads and larger buildings, bunkhouses with lights on for sure. As you get nearer and nearer to your property, you notice there is a gap from like a little ways back from your property, like like a half a mile from your property, where there's this sort of dark spot. Like nobody goes there. Technically, your name is still on the land title, so nobody's allowed to take it until they have confirmation of your death or signed writ of release of the land. So it is darker, closer to your property, but other properties are still functioning and flowing.
23.
It looked kind of the same as Citrove.
Okay.
A little extra fortified. Lots of lights, considering like getting into the dusk where normally like a military city would be settling down into regular patrols. It looked like it's a bustling beehive of military activity.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so airship probably not the safest.
Yeah.
So I'll cast Well, first I'll get. I need.
A floating barn?
I need a stone, a twig, and a bit of green plant. So I will collect that.
All right. Well, if you guys come to land north of the Hellstrom estate, you can find all three of those things in about 5 seconds.
Yep.
Huzzah!
What do
Yeah,
you choose
so-
to make your terrain look like?
I mean, we can land in the
I'll,
in the middle of the orchard there.
I'll like take the couple pieces of grass and the twig and the stone.
Oh, nice. Deathly Hallows reference. Love it.
And
For those of you just listening, she drew out a triangle with a line through it and then a circle in the middle.
it takes 10 minutes to cast, so I'll kind of sit down, or actually no, I'll like do a kind of a lap around the fling, around the terrain that I want to be changed.
Just keep them away from me. I gotta do a lot of talking soon.
And I'm just gonna make it look like the rest of the terrain around, so that it's not, doesn't stand out,
Okay.
doesn't look suspicious.
Yeah, like I said, there is a palpable.
Yeah.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
So there's sort of like a palpable darkness of properties in proximity, or like their borders in proximity to the Hellstrom estate. So you do fly in perpetual darkness. There's
Okay.
no
I do have dark vision,
lanterns. There's no candles. So as you do land it sort of in and around where the gaps of the orchard, mostly dead orchard at this point, yeah, you do a lap around, and the only problem is that you have to make it as tall as, you can lay the mast down. You make it look like a pile of trees, like maybe deadfall,
Sure, I guess.
because that won't draw attention. Like if suddenly somebody is like walking by and there's like, why is there a new boulder there? They might investigate.
Well, I feel like I could make it like within the air above the terrain. Couldn't I make it just look like sky? And
You can. It just
like instead of having it be just a big pile.
Yeah, I mean, like mast down helps because if you do cast the illusion, it remains the same. So if somebody's looking at it,
Oh, if there's just like a random cloud.
there's cloud and then like cloud moving and disappearing
Okay.
behind it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So if you land
Okay.
it, mast down, something that is innocuous, that doesn't draw focus.
It's the benefit of mirrors.
Maybe like I'll ask Magnus, are there any like ponds around I could make it look like some water?
There,
are there
there's
reserve
a small little fishing hole I used to
ponds?
take cast to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll like make it look like a little pond
Okay.
so
So
that no one like
a little bit off to the,
Comes in.
I guess if that's north, a little bit off to the eastern side of the orchard is the little trout pond, fed by a little stream coming down out of the Solar Mountains. Nothing huge, but wide enough that you told her don't ever try and swim across it. But it flows through and is part of the irrigation system of the orchard that was on your property, or is. So you'd be a little kitty cornered there. Landing, you'd be Krista bound.
And do I feel like with my what the hell is it called?
is your sword glowing?
I've got the.
I don't know what the range is on that.
I think it's 120.
How far away are we from the house? Probably more than
1,000 feet.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe they were wandering.
Maybe.
Yeah, do I feel like an ominous presence on my land now?
What you're feeling mostly at this range from where you ran out of this blue door, almost screaming for your life, You don't feel anything other than just the jitters and the kind of tremble in your hand at what is about to transpire.
Okay.
Is your sword glowing?
Yeah, is my sword glowing? I mean, we're still kind of at the fling at the moment, so
Yeah.
I don't think
mean,
it
just
would.
I'll divine sense too.
Sure. What's the range of divine sense?
60 feet.
In 60 feet?
And it's 120 feet with my sword.
You pull within 60
Just
feet.
shaking.
Sorry, Dave.
Within 60 feet, and I've done this before, it's not an undead presence, but you get like a flicker of like a smaller fish being devoured by a bigger fish. And it was just like, I'm almost undead. Now I'm just dead. And you pull your sword. No glow?
Okay. Well,
At least we won't squish your wife.
we should maybe throw up the mansion and
Touch my nuts.
wait till the morning.
Yep.
Oh, you're really getting in there.
Yeah, I'm reaching deep.
Deep into my
Get
nuts.
into that
Deep in the sack.
What does it say?
Ooh, +3.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
What does that
Keep
mean?
it. We have +3 for something.
I'll decide what the something is.
Okay, I'm gonna put the box down in the fling.
Oh, yeah, because the mark lasts forever
Yeah.
until we use it. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, unless you go like 1,000 miles
Yeah.
away from it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a long ways.
It is a long way, yeah.
It was always just sort of like a pull in case of emergency to evacuate. It was your like baseline teleportation circle shit, where you could put it someplace and then be like, okay, we've only gone 8,000 or 800 miles away, and we need to get home. Boop.
Yep.
That's how she go.
What you doing, Magpie?
I'll just checking out my spells and which concentration one I want to throw up when eventually we head in there.
If you guys are all waiting till the morning, you can. I already turned it to dawn, so if you guys want a long rest, you prepare certain spells.
All my spells are prepared.
I got a few things I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Um,
So Magnus, as you walk onto your property,
sword drawn.
sword drawn,
Before we get close,
all by himself.
Well, I mean,
There is
we could
nobody
like
with
walk
you.
up to like where the barn is together. I want to check the house out by myself.
There is nobody with you currently
Okay.
as you pace up to the house. Things seem greener in the dawn, more luscious. The home seems preserved. Through the windows you see the fireplace flickering.
I have protection from evil and good up.
You walk onto the property. You hear the chickens. You hear the snuffling of horses within the barn. The flicker of firelight in the windows. And I need different music.
There's horses in the barn? Interesting.
It's fucked.
It is not fact.
That is the gimpiest looking horse.
You walk up to that rough-shod stone that you were never able to dig out of the center of your property because it's holding the map together. And there's a thump and a squeak as the door squeals open. Daddy! As a young Cassandra runs out. Daddy! Daddy! You told me... I fucking took away my dialogue. You told me we were going to go fishing. Come on, we got to get the rods from the barn. She runs off towards the barn door.
Is my sword glowing?
You look and you're not holding a sword, you're holding a fishing rod. Come on, you told me we'd get some perch or some trout, and then we'd pick some apples. Come on, Mum's gonna make a pie. She starts to lead you off towards the fishing hole.
What do we see?
You told me you were only home for a week. We got to do fishing. We've got to bake a pie. You're going to help train me to ride a horse, right? You told me. Stephanie in the barn, you told me she's not big enough yet. I could ride her.
I did.
She grabs you by like your two main fingers. Come on. We'll have fish for dinner and we'll have pie because we're going to pick some apples.
I don't see anyone else around. I'm here by myself.
Well, the sun is shining. You can just hear the stamp and...
Do I recall coming to the property with everybody?
You recall this day.
Is it possible that maybe I'm sleeping or remembering something? Do I?
Right now all you feel is your heart aching from the memory of this day. And she takes you by your two big fingers in her little summer girl's dress. And you remember, we almost forgot your hat. We don't need to get sunburned. You plop a little straw hat on her head. She leads you off to the fishing hole. Through the orchard, the bugs buzzing, the apples ripe, and the wind just gently touching the top of these trees as you get to the fishing hole, and there's no flame. There are no individuals. Alright, but you gotta bait my hook. I don't like to touch the worms. They're gross. I like frogs though, but worms are gross.
Frogs will catch a big perch.
Okay, but I like frogs.
We won't use frogs.
Okay, so you can put the worm on?
Yeah. Here, look. Let me show you how. See,
Okay, but I don't want to touch it.
You do it up here near the head. The dangly bit's what attracts the fish the best.
Oh, it's so dangly and gross.
Yeah. It's okay. Here, try touching it.
Oh, I don't want to. Oh, it's so dirty.
I dug them up this morning. They're fresh.
Yeah, that's why they're dirty and gross. You should put my more hook.
Yeah, right here. See, you just put it in like this. See, they can't feel a thing.
What about when the fish get them?
Well, they'll feel that.
That's kind of mean.
Yeah, it's a circle of life.
Yeah, you've said before. All right, show me. Am I doing it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
make sure
and
you
then
do
I
it
gotta-
over your left shoulder like that. Make
Like-
sure there's no one on your left side. You don't
No.
you don't want to hook someone's face.
That would be terrible.
It would be.
All right, and then I gotta let go when I flick it.
Go at the top of the arch. Yep.
As it flicks out and the worm lands, and you're standing at the end of the aisle. Not a religious church, more of a ceremonial signing of paper as you watch your wife, Elizabeth, walking towards you in the most beautiful gown that you could both afford for her. What colors would she be in?
I don't think it was a very fancy dress. It's probably modest. Probably something given to us by someone that lived nearby that she could use. Something borrowed.
Something borrowed. With the Darren blue sash around her waist.
Yep, something blue.
And the something new. As you give her this pearl necklace. Single bright white pearl on a platinum chain. All you could afford at the time before your promotion. Before even Cass was born. And it's more of a documentation sort of ceremony as the lack of religion, and you both sign your papers and you are blessed by your home government, your home world, everything you grew up around. You place the necklace around her neck, and as you leave this basically just religiousess courthouse, you hear her start to giggle. And she jumps up and she throws her arms around your neck and she kicks her feet up in the air and hugs you like you've never been hugged since. Except maybe your daughter. Oh, might be the happiest day of my life.
Mine too. It's a few moments in my life.
She gives you a big kiss. Right out in public, and people stop and stare as you scoop her up and carry her bride style down the stairs, and then she sort of like swats you with her flowers, and you put her down, and you just walk through the street hand in hand, you in your best soldier's uniform, her in her something borrowed in blue. I never want to forget this day, Magnus. You've made me the happiest woman in the world.
Ditto.
Cheapening your own moment. That was from Xander's play. That's why. That's yeah. As you push through the gates of the city, there is just thunderous noise. As you're riding, you're on your horse, and you turn and you see your commander. They're over! Blown apart, blasted to pieces, him and 4 other individuals, as you see the orange, just the orange of the rebels coming over the hill next to the lake, which is on the map that I sent everybody.
You men there, cover the right side.
It was the massacre of Lake Zaga. As you're charging through what is forested beach, the rebels coming out of everywhere. You lifting, pointing, giving orders now. Your commander dead. Commanding. Some met, you're like, I need you to... And he takes an arrow through the head, and you duck down behind a tree as a volley of crossbows go off, and then you see like lightning and fire coming through the trees. You see a fireball hit the water, and just a gout of steam go up into the air. And you tuck, and you take your breath, and you come out, and you crossbow, and you take one down. You tuck behind another tree, reload, whip out, a little gash goes past your face, and you take another one down in this massive crossbow magic fight. You turn back as you've hopped off your horse, and you see your horse obliterated as you run, and you get into a clearing with about 12 other men. And you start commanding, come with me. We need to either retreat or we need to, and the things go black. The blast. The hot flame. As you stand with baby Cassandra in your hands. Freshly born. Covered in whatever. Placenta. And she's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your entire life. And you remember walking her out to your well one day. And she was young, and you remember the first time she was weaned off milk and getting onto harder foods and giving her a sip from the ladle as she fusses with you, and you just smile and look down. What color hair did you have before?
Brown.
Brown hair. Cascading down over to your shoulders. Hand reaches out and grasps your shoulder. Cold as the day you remember they touched you. And you turn and you see your wife. As her eyes begin to bleed and turn black, and her jaw starts to open the same way she grasped you and screamed into your face with her ghostly visage, the one that turned your hair white. Why did you leave me? And you wake up.
Still in the mansion?
Still in the mansion.
I shouldn't have left. We'll make this right. have to make this right.
You notice as you sit up in the mansion at now dawn, your journal is not on your person, but is set out beside you on your bedside table, open to your last entry.
What's on the page?
Just your last entry. I finally began to call people friends, whatever it was. I finally met a group of people. And it just sits open to the end of that last page and the next blank one.
I'm gonna take maybe 30 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna write a bit more in the journal. And I'm gonna put it in my pack. And as I come out of the mansion, I'm gonna leave stuff that I don't need with me, just on the fling. Wait for everyone else, and then head towards the property, I guess.
Man, the perch were biting like crazy out here last night. I must have eaten like 14 of them. Hey, Magnus, you look like you didn't sleep very well.
Yeah. Well, it's a little weird being home.
I mean, it's a nice place. Except all the apples is dying.
Yeah. Fishing was okay? Nothing happened last night?
I mean, I cut myself on one of the fins, but I mean, that's to be expected. Some of them got those little sharp barbs on the gills.
They do, yeah. Alright. You seen anyone else this morning?
You're the first one up. Want a perch?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Alright. Falconer said I had to cook it 80 goats' feet away from the fling. But I just like them raw.
As you see him like take a little perch and just swallow it whole. Oh yeah, I guess Kinross and Riordan would have been up in the mansion.
We're just hanging out in the kitchen.
Constantly.
Yeah,
Just
they
talking
have
philosophy.
They have their own like meditation space.
Yeah.
He's talking to you about like magic and stuff as you're like, oh, okay, so like wizard, that's crazy. It's good to know, good to know. By yourself heading towards the property, or you're waiting for everybody else?
I'll wait for everyone else, and then we can head and check out the barn first. I'm
Okay.
sure that's like a safe place for us to fall back to if we need to, or...
Ookly dookly. Where are you going to be at? Where you guys take these minis?
As we
Take them all.
As we walk, I'm gonna cast Aid on Magnus, Kinneros, and Roy.
give them AIDS.
Yeah. You have AIDS.
Is that
Not
so?
HIV, but full blown.
Oh no, that was Family Guy.
So you're hit,
You've got the AIDS.
It's quartet.
yeah. So your hit point maximum goes up by 5, and your current hit points go up by 5. That's good for 8 hours.
Hey, Magnus.
You
My
said
hit points go up by
By
5.
And your maximum. So you basically are whatever you have now plus 5.
Okay.
And you can get healed up to that
So that-
maximum again.
So that was tugging on your cloak. Magnus, I know it's not like any of my business or anything, but seeing as like, I died. You know, you were there. And I was like, we were on our way, I guess to where I was from. I was like really, I don't want to say like nervous, but like nervous. So I don't know if you want like a high five or a fist bump or a hug. Maybe not a hug, but I just want to say I get it. I get maybe like fist bump. Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
I got your back. You're kind of cool. You know, even though you're like into hair, but let's go.
All right. Yeah, as we get closer to the barn, my sword is drawn. Anything?
Yeah, within this proximity. Yep. Sword's glowing.
Do I hear any sounds or anything coming from like the barn? Or
Make a perception check.
That's a dirty 20.
Nice. Yeah, through the shattered shutters and window of the barn, as you're walking right past it, you hear.
Pull up to the and just kind of peer around.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
I'm gonna motion to everyone that I hear something in the barn. Stealth check would be 15.
15. Okay. Let me pull up a thing here.
What are we doing?
Before we go in, I got 3 more things I'm gonna do.
Okay, you don't have to whisper.
I don't want to ruin
Just stage whisper.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, at the corner of the barn, I'm gonna do magic circle.
How long does that take to cast?
1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute's a long time. You start now.
Okay.
And your stealth check was what, sorry?
15. No, wait. Stealth. 4, 5, 17, sorry.
Good, because I rolled a natural 17 minus 2.
Okay.
As you peer in the window with your auditory perception check. Oh, I thought I had these queued up. What the fuck, shit?
Auditory.
Yeah, let's use Groot. Why not? Everybody loves Groot. And we'll use freaking RoboCop. Why not? Hello, are you the DM now? Tell them to roll a wisdom saving throw. Do it. Thank you.
I heard roll.
As you peer in the barn, you see a shambling, awkwardly moving, what looks to be a former Darren soldier. He's still in his armor. Well, partially. A lot of it's rotted away. He's not. Yeah. Sort of just like Walking Dead vibes around, just sort of until I hear something. I'm just hanging out.
And do I see anything else in there? Just the one guard?
Yeah, just one zombie guard just kind of shuffling around.
I'll turn back to the group and kind of like motion, just like one. Yeah.
Doing the YMCA right now?
I did the YMCA and then he was doing zombie. Zombie.
What's in his head?
Oh, damn. Again, auto roll tonight, Brett.
Yeah, so that I'll fall back to the group.
Okay, make a stealth checks.
Tell them what I saw.
It's way too upbeat for this.
$17 again.
Okay, you stealth your way back to the group.
Yeah, it looks like there's some sort of undead Darren soldier in the barn. I only saw one, but I mean, it's dark in there.
What does your sword say?
Well, it's
It
saying
is.
there's definitely undead presence here.
It's glowing.
I have my magic circle finished.
In another 30 seconds.
Okay.
I mean, we can wait. I'm in no rush.
Right in with your passive perception, you start to see
Can also cast Pass Without a Trace if we want.
since you're oh no, that's Kinneros. You start to see over here.
I mean, mine's 18, so
Shambling out of this corner of the lot.
sorry. What time of day is it?
It's daytime.
Right,
Morning.
Morning, a little late morning. Sun's fully up.
That's 20 seconds now.
Hey guys, I think we've got some grass-fed free range out here.
Well, it looks like my wife has been busy.
Swords will be prepared.
It's a Hulk.
Wonder if that one's got anger problems.
Do we want to maybe like duck behind the barn?
I
Random.
assume, yeah. Most of us see that one.
Everybody give me a group stealth check. Kinneros. I think that's only an 8 for Kinneros.
If we're not in combat, I'm going to use my action to switch to arcane armor, so I don't have disadvantage.
Nice.
My arcane armor.
Yeah, you guys have been basically standing around for a minute waiting for Falconer to do his magic circle. Is it like cast on a physical space? Okay.
It's a fun spell. I haven't used it before.
I know I read up on it, but I forget. Tate, what do you always have going on in the background over there? Whenever you unmute, it just sounds like you've got 14 ceiling fans going.
It's my computer fans. I just have it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have my fans on
That's not
like
Fox.
just gaming mode all the time to try to keep it cooler because that's like the number one factor for like laptop longevity is the heat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just run my fans at maximum all the time.
Gotcha. That makes sense. What did Magnus roll for stealth?
13.
13. All right.
19.
19, better. Rostin, with after your action,
16.
16. Riordan, probably like 4,700.
28.
And
I
Falconer.
rolled nat 19, so 19.
No, yeah.
So Dell got 4.
Oh,
Oof.
I mean, that was a lot of positives.
There
It was a
were-
group stealth check.
There was a 4. There was an 8.
It's 28.
That was it.
Okay. Okay. You guys all tuck behind the barn.
Hashtag barn duck.
Man,
Anyone else want to finish this off?
get insider.
Oh, dang it.
Is my circle done now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Fail.
Where
Epic
is it?
fail.
And how big is it?
Right at the corner of the barn, kind of tucked behind so that it's out of view. It's a
What?
10 foot cylinder.
Cylinder?
Or 10
Circle?
foot radius, sorry, so 20 foot.
Here, you find the thing you need.
Yep. So it is, you create a 10 foot radius, 20 foot tall cylinder of magical energy centered on a point on the ground, if you can see. Glowing runes appear, so I would have been like sprinkling holy water around and muttering something. So choose one or more
Something.
of the following types of creatures: celestial, elemental, fey,
Something.
fiend, or undead.
Dark
So
side.
I would choose all of them. The circle affects a creature of the chosen type in the following ways. The creature can't willingly enter the cylinder by non-magical means. If the creature tries to use teleportation or interplanar travel to do so, it must first succeed on a charisma saving throw. Creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the cylinder. Targets within the cylinder can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
Wow.
When you cast a spell, you can also elect to cause the magic to operate reverse, so you can like trap something inside the cylinder.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
In this case, I will make it a safe zone. So if shit goes down, run to the cylinder.
Sweet.
You can't get touched.
Find your. So it was a 10-foot radius?
Yep. So
Yeah, so it's 20 feet across.
this guy.
Somewhere beside the
Where do you
bar.
want it?
Yeah, just so that it's tucked in
Back
the
here?
corner, so that the edge of it would be like the edge of the cylinder would be on the edge of the barn.
So like here.
So it's behind.
This.
Here I always think I build my maps big enough. Fuck me.
And then Magnus, are you like ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast protection from Mrs. Odell.
Alright. And I'm gonna
I'm using pink.
Magnus, I'm gonna flip you a platinum ring. You like to marry me?
My stomach pissed about that.
I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good.
Wife comes out. Who's he?
Alright. I gave you a ring. I'm casting warding bond on you.
Okay.
So basically you have resistance to all types of damage.
Wow.
You also get a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws.
+1 to AC and saving throws. Okay.
And then I'm going to cast protection from energy on you for cold damage.
Woo!
So you're
That gives
buffed.
me
Don't-
resistance.
Paladin security right there.
Yeah.
Resistance to cold.
Resistance to cold, yeah.
It took me like 2 seconds. Fuck you, Brett. What is with you today? You're killing me.
So you're buffed out. Don't go down. And let's take care of
And then I also have protection from evil and good up on me. Means creatures of those types, which is going to be undead, have disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
You guys are saying lots of spelly stuff. Just if
I also
if it happens, just let me know.
Can't be charmed, can't be frightened, can't be possessed.
Just you?
Just me.
Okay.
Hashtag remember that.
So
Yeah,
you
remember all your shit. That's a lot of
basically have
shit.
all that resistance to all damage, resistance to cold damage.
Okay.
You're perked out.
Percocet.
Fuck's sake. I am going to pee before I make. Oh, don't set that down on that one. Don't do that. Magnus, I want you to roll me D. Was it 4? Oh my god. It's been a weekend. Oh, there's actually supposed to be 6 of these fuckers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I want you to roll me a D8 minus 1. Let's go, buddy. Get some scriptures. Come on.
What are the odds of these being just regular old zombies?
Non-zero.
That's what I'm thinking.
Alright, I kept all my first and second
It could
levels,
be.
lost to
It could be just
smite.
like free bird. You know,
What could be.
Could also be, yeah.
which would be great. That's,
What'd you roll?
Oh, right. I rolled an 8, so 7.
Eight for what?
So I'm going to roll a d8 minus 1.
That's exactly what I wanted to.
Oh.
Oh, good. Need to.
I'm gonna cast Long Strider on myself.
Too much DM shit on my side of the table.
Ooh, I'm gonna do tungsten twins just in case.
Freaking love that picture. Love it.
We see it all the time, but you probably
I
never
don't
see
know.
it.
I
Yeah,
just see
yeah.
rules. I just see all the rules. God damn it.
I look at that shit. I'm like, man, that's some great illustration right there.
You're welcome.
That's pretty dope. Yeah, thank you, baby. Like I said, thank you for the books. Thank you for all of it. You've made my life just more spectacular every day. That's a D12, not a D20. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. One. There's that. Okay, here's one more. One more little fucker. Rolls in. Who are we gonna use? Let's use. This is like a dead tabaxi. A zombie tabaxi. Started. You mostly just see it sort of like wandering past this open door.
Is that a sloth or a?
It's a Star Wars character.
I'm gonna say, is that a stormtrooper?
It's just like a very like overgrown tabaxi at this point. Yeah.
You guys want some?
You want some of these?
Snack time. Trade your cookies for them. Trade your cookies for your chips.
Why are we whispering?
Trade your Maynards for your cookies.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's tense right now.
It is
Yeah.
a little. Even though it's broad daylight
I
out.
don't know why I'm whispering.
All right, well.
That was gonna hit.
Are we going in
Well,
Freebird style, or are we trying to sneak in?
I mean, I can sneak like a mother, but yeah, that's a.
I've got my stealthing gear on,
Okay.
and I can give myself advantage on stealth. I'm pretty sure at this point too, if we need it. So
Nice.
Me and Russian are in for a sneak.
Feel free to sneak. Where are you sneaking to?
Do you want to pass without traces then, if we're going to sneak?
I can.
Where are we sneaking to? I was thinking we should probably
Or
just,
we just
take these things
go
out.
guns blazing.
well, before anyone blazes any guns, let me know and I'll switch my armor back probably. Actually, hold on.
Magnus, it's
I
your
think I can get
rodeo.
advantage on initiative or something with this armor on, so I actually check for that.
Oh, nice.
I think we should probably just take out.
This is your house, man.
Zombies.
Whatever
Yeah.
you want to do.
I mean, there's not
This is your house.
Let's just do it.
there's not much like there's not a lot of places to hide. You know,
Oh.
like they're walking around. Someone's gonna see us.
Is there a flower?
They're also zombies.
There's a well and a box.
Come around the barn this way. Hide behind that shrub.
Alright.
Up on the roof.
Two animals.
Oh, we could go up on the roof and just snipe them.
Wow.
Amour Ventis, fuck shit up.
All right. Yeah. Let's just do this.
All right, we'll follow your lead.
The plan is fall back to the circle of things go sideways.
We'll box and
circle of
returning from the
non-fuckery.
circle to the flame if we have to get out.
Heck yeah.
So I'm gonna come back up to the window.
As something pushes out through the front door.
Oh no.
Mama? That's
Wait,
Mama
so
Bear.
sneak or no sneak?
No sneak.
Okay.
Going to town.
Although that.
Magnus sees, but most everybody else doesn't.
I'm going to come around because I'm going to stay as close to Magnus as possible.
If you want to show them that many, you also can.
Is that Mama Bear?
No,
Cass?
I think this is Cass.
Should.
Baby bear.
Is she the ring? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I
Focus. I always take a picture.
Anyway. Got a
I see the
shitty.
grayed out face anyway.
It's a shitty face, yeah.
It's a zombie face, yeah.
Zombie face, zombie face.
Oh no, she died.
There's
A second time.
Back into the ground with you.
What's on your face? It's going up to Magnus. You can do it, big guy.
Alright, I was gonna try and shoot the guy in the barn. I'm
Okay.
thinking
Shoot your daughter instead.
that seeing her might
Yeah, you know
make
what?
me not.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm beside you, so +4.
It's a +4 now? Oh, dude.
Man, it gets so
Be +5 once I get my charisma to 20. 16 plus
That's
4.
bananas.
Just wait till we're immune to fear at the next level.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
26.
26. Okay. Your stomach does like one of those backflip, like anxiety backflips as you see what is the face and the flesh are gross, and the hair is sort of patchy in places, like it's been pulled out in clumps at some spots, and the long dead hands reaching and pushing out through what was your front door. But the dress is unrecognizable, or is more than recognizable. It is a garment that you purchased for your daughter, that she wore, the same dress that was in your dream as she ran to take you trout fishing. But thankfully, you rolled high enough that you don't become stunned for a round.
I will level my crossbow towards Cassandra and just kind of take a bead, kind of like try and calm and center myself. It's not her anymore. And try to shoot her.
You monster.
Oh shit.
As Kinneros, Misty steps up onto the top of the building and casts Fireball on the entire party. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Fucker. You don't resist.
Wow.
I'm using ambush.
I don't know what ambush does. Everybody roll initiative first. What was Zodell?
Whoever's
Oh,
Zodell
yes.
Just kidding, I'm not
was
going to use ambush.
within
not 20 for Zodell.
Nice. So that's
Whatever
22.
whoever's in 10 feet with me gets resistance to damage from spells.
Magnus.
I got a
Saving throw
21.
+4.
Aria.
21.
Nice. Raridan.
21 for initiative.
Yeah.
Or sorry, yeah, initiative.
Raga.
15.
Okay. Man, you just float back and forth across
What was
that
it on
line. It's
22?
crazy.
22.
You're like a heartbeat monitor.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fired up about it.
18.
Raston Craigstone.
19.
Oh,
Nice. And Kinneros.
That's gotta feel good.
Not using that die. That's 13 plus 2. 15 for Kinneros. Also 2.
you were 16?
15.
Zombies. Of course. Nat 4 minus 2.
Oh no.
Ouch.
So zombies is slow as shit. And hey, that's pretty good. 17. And fucking Zodell, top of the. Oh, Zodell has advantage on initiative too. Did you roll it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And let me just change
For your
up the
round
music
because
here.
of the nat 20?
After the fireball goes off,
So he puts
John-
a fireball.
John Williams, nice.
He puts a fireball through the barn or into the barn?
So he's technically on top
roof.
and aiming it down.
Oh, good. That's gonna go well.
Good thing I got resistance to fire.
Good thing
Fuck you, man.
Fireball is here in case you're looking for it.
Oh, I am.
We got it.
That's. Oh, we got you, DM. We got you.
my dex is 20.
So.
It's a staple in
Just
this
taking
party.
nothing.
Why are you falling over?
Yeah, I would have been. Yeah.
Everybody was clumped. That's why I said, because I pulled up the encounter and said roll a d8 -1, and Kinneros was at the bottom, and the charisma save, and he's a charisma caster, was 19, and I rolled 18.
Oh.
Oof.
Yeah, that'll get everybody.
And he wasn't close enough to me to get the +4 bump.
For the saving throw?
Yeah.
You know what, at this point, I think kind of move.
Yeah, no, it's...
Yep. Somebody was going to get possessed.
Yep.
Because ghosts. Yeah, that'll get everybody and start the barn on fire. So,
It's classic barn right there.
all right.
Why not? Spice it up.
Come back. Kinneros. It was only
Casted the circle.
everybody
Everybody to the circle.
base level. So dexterity saving throws from everybody except for Kinneros.
Does the circle
What does
help
the circle
him
do?
with anything? With fireball?
Not for fireball.
His save DC is only 16, so you got to get a 16 or higher.
Dex, nice. 17.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I haven't knocked down either of my D6 or D8 towers all night.
Nice.
Magnus got 22.
That saves. So you take half damage.
Quartered.
Anybody who gets 16 or higher only takes half damage.
She's rewarded.
Or quartered if you got fucking falconer shit.
So sorry, it's 16 halved is what you said, sorry?
No, I'm trying to figure out where the fucking... It's 8d6, okay.
So Del,
Man, this new d6 you got me is just
On
rolling
fire.
5s and 6s all night.
Making up for the 20.
Yep. Okay, so we got 8, 14, 15, 16, 17, 22, 27, 31, 34 points of fire damage, and then you guys work out if you saved and whatever's going
what
on.
was the save?
So,
It was dex.
Yeah, no, but what was it?
16. So if
So
you
you're
hit a 16 or higher, you saved, you take half.
You're
or-
getting 8th because I'm resistant to damage from spells and you're next to me. So that
Okay, so I took how much damage?
It was
30,
30.
it was 36.
you should take
Halved
7,
to
8.
8. Yeah.
So I am also taking 8 because I'm going to use absorb elements.
Nice.
And I take 16 because I take your damage.
As you watch this,
Sorry,
as
it was
Kinner
36, you said?
34.
34,
34.
yeah. As you watch Kinneros's face just go pale and his eyes go black and they start to bleed just like you saw in your dream the morning before, Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
And the, how could you leave us? And Kinneros just like, yeah, misty steps and then fireballs.
I think
No, instantly relocates, then fireballs.
Are we doing this whole encounter?
Probably not.
No.
Okay, yeah, because I'm already 2 hours past bedtime, but I was like expecting you to leave us with a mic drop or something, but I was like,
I mean,
he
that
doesn't
can
seem
be-
like he's stopping.
That can be the mic drop if you want. Kinneros got
That's kind of what I was hoping.
Yeah.
It just seemed like you were going to keep going, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I could do it.
everybody else here was just kept on pouring cider, so I was kind of waiting for the vibe. But I mean, if that's a mic drop for you, we can mic drop that. Kinneros is possessed and shooting fireballs at people.
It is 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yo, it is
11
too.
for
Shit.
Tate.
Yeah, I'm good with that. That's fine.
All right. And we shall leave her there.
And then we
Kinneros.
can pick back up with the whole
We
crew.
can pick at that next time.
So you got the initiatives, right?
I
Yeah.
wrote them down, yep.
Awesome. Because that was a good roll. I don't want to have to fuck that up.
Okay, so we'll go over
19,
it
I
one more.
remember that.
We'll
I
go over
remember
it
that
one more
shit.
time just in case this shit gets fucky, because sometimes D&D does. We've got Zodell at a 22,
Yep,
Arya at 21,
yep,
Magnus at 21,
yep,
Roston at 19,
yep,
Falconer at 18,
yep.
bad guy possessing Kinneros at 17.
Yep.
Kinneros at 15, so
Yeah.
doesn't same thing. Riordan at 15.
Yep.
Zombies at 2.
Yes.
And we'll pick up there on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
In a couple of days.
Noise.
Put this away so that nobody accidentally sees it.
One more question. You gave us the 1,000 XP for that fight. That's for all 3 of the days of the fight?
No,
Or is
so
it-
the original Clazl fight, I gave you guys XP. Then that was the
we
giant
put that
fight.
in already.
Yeah.
And then
the-
it was a
the
flat
basement.
1,000 for when you guys were down below, because that was a slog in the Clazl dungeon or the Clazl house.
I'm trying to remember if I put that in or not. I don't think I did.
What are you at?
Well,
He's at the weird
Yeah,
in between
I'm
of
pretty
everything.
sure.
Some
Weird.
comparatives.
But if it's like really low,
plus I also had to kind of guess where I was
Oh, right, because you did that
because I did that fuck up
accidental.
thing
Reset.
where like
yeah,
reset me
don't
at
do
level
that
8
fucking
again.
thing. Don't
so
do
I'm
it.
at 58,713.
I'm at 4874, and I just put the 1,000 in.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
and I'm
What?
That seems
59.
low.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
I
you
was
died.
also,
Yeah,
I was
he's
also
almost
playing
the
Log
whole
for a
Kinneros
while.
is
Right.
Kinneros is at 52,695, so you definitely missed something
Yeah,
because you were ahead of
so we're
him.
probably-
I think you should be relatively matched with Kinneros.
In and around, like you were a little bit ahead of him because you and I did the 2 sessions. You got some experience for that, and Kinneros came in at whatever it was, a flat level 6 or whatever. So you were ahead of him by at least 500, I want to say.
And he's at what?
He's at
'Cause
52,695.
that would put me over level 9. I thought it was like a level behind everybody. It's 48,000.
I mean, we're all
gets me
No,
at
close
because
to
level
we're
9.
level
close to
10.
10. I think you're about caught up.
Yeah,
We're
I know
almost
I'm
at
like
level-
halfway in between. I'm at 58,268.
So I should be at level 9?
I mean, pretty
Oh,
close
yeah.
to.
Oh, for sure.
No, Kinneros just hit level 9, and he was at the lowest. You should be.
And you two were pretty neck
Oh,
and neck. So
I wonder
Because
if
I'm
it
like
like
2/3 of
reset
the way
me.
to level 10.
Oh,
back a
maybe
level.
you dropped when you
Hold
did
on.
the.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a way I can check this.
Yeah, you should be at the same
Oh
level
yeah,
as us.
yeah. Because I should be. Yeah. Because I was
You
8th
multi-class
level
the-
cleric, and then I put a level into ranger, so I should be at level 9.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. So that
What did you fuck up, bro?
it would have been a little over level 9 when I did that fuck up,
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes
and for
sense.
some reason it put me at the beginning of level 8.
Yeah, so then you bumped up probably just to 9 flat. You should be ways into 9.